Good afternoon, everyone. My name is John Hurley. I'm your judge this afternoon. We're in first appearance court. Today is the day the court determines whether or not there's probable cause for your arrest. We're not here for a trial, not here to determine whether you're guilty or not guilty. Today, you have the right to remain silent. Utilize that right at all times. If you give up the right to remain silent, whatever you say can and will be used against you. Now, when I call your name, please step forward. If you have a private attorney, let me know who that is. Mr. Mast, Mr. Mast. Gary Mast, please.
Good morning, Your Honor. Or good afternoon.
Main jail.
On behalf of the defendant, Gary Mast.
Just give me a quick moment. Okay, just tell us your name, sir.
James Wilkie, Your Honor.
James Wilkie.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Wilkie, your client is charged with improper backing, DUI, third offense within 10 years, DUI property damage, refusing to submit to DUI testing, and license suspended. Do you have any comment about probable cause today?
I do, Judge. I'd just like to make one note, Your Honor, that the essential reason for the investigation to begin with was this car accident. And being so, two affidavits by the individuals in the other vehicle submitted sworn affidavits stating that my client was the driver of that vehicle. If the truth of the matter asserted here was that my client was indeed drunk, or the reason for the probable cause, I would ask the court to consider that being hearsay and no probable cause exists to have even conducted the investigation in the first place.
Well, I'm going to allow it today.
Are you out on bond or free trial?
I think their observations are,
Do you have a case that you're out on
granted,
bond?
we don't have them testifying today, but I can rely on what the police officer says today. But I do note that your client, we can find probable cause to each and every count. Your client appears to have been convicted of DUI in New York in 2008, and at that time refusing to submit to breath testing in 2008. He had a DUI in Broward County, appears December of 2014, and he's currently under a, it looks, well, let me look here. He's currently under a 1-year driver's license suspension for refusing to submit to a breath test in Broward County. And that will not run out until December of this year. So the bottom line is he's out driving, allegedly out driving DUI, while he's already being suspended for the previous DUI he picked up. So I'm very concerned about the safety of the community. Do you have any comments about those issues or ability to monitor?
I absolutely do, Your Honor. A couple first things. I understand we're dealing with this VOP issue, but I would like to ask the court to shed some leniency on Mr. Mast. Mr. Mast has been a father for about 4 weeks, and I know that that's neither here nor there. Was completing the program as turned, and this was a momentary lapse of judgment. I can understand Your Honor's concerns. Another thing, as an occupation, my client is a home nurse, and somebody who has just gone into hospice and is solely relied upon Gary's care and lives in with this elderly individual, is completely incapacitated. If anything, we would absolutely forego and turn in all driving privileges 100%. Whatever Your Honor would feel, just at least to provide my client with a bond.
The problem with that is he's already got notice that he's suspended and he's not driving there. So let me ask, what is the case number, the violation of probation case number? Now, let me ask, does he have the mother of his child in the phone?
Yes, Judge.
Ma'am, raise your right hand for me. You swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. Okay, put your hand down. I'm not going to put you on the spot. I'm not going to be mean to you. I just want to ask you some questions. Now, tell me your name. Excuse me?
Nikki Neville.
Okay, ma'am. And how do you know Gary Mast?
Do I?
How do you know Gary?
I've been dating for a little over 2 years now.
Okay, and he's the father of your child?
Yes,
And what I can't see, is it a boy or a girl?
a girl,
What's her name?
Mackenzie.
Wow, that's great. And, how old is she?
She's almost 6 weeks.
Is she sleeping back there? Okay. Now, are you working, ma'am?
I go back from maternity leave next week.
What type of work do you do?
I'm a recruiter.
Are you? Okay. Now, do you two own a home together?
We're rent. We rent.
Do you? Okay. So, do you share responsibility in taking care of the home financially?
Yeah. We have half
Do you have-
everything.
Excuse me?
Half everything.
You have family down here in South Florida?
Just his family.
Really? Okay. I'm very concerned about him. It does appear that he has a serious alcohol issue. I think that probably goes without saying. I'm concerned that if something isn't done soon, he could either kill himself or kill someone else. And I'd hate to, obviously, that happen. I know you've got a young child, but it appears that at this stage he's lacks self-control. What is the case that he's out right now?
14-44932 MU 10A.
14449.
I'm sure my client, Your Honor, would be willing to
Okay,
do
let me just
anything.
find out the case.
14-44932 MU 10A.
Okay. All right. He's on probation, correct?
Yes.
Okay. The court is inclined to hold him without bond on a Florida Statute 948 hold. I'll let you, Mr. Wilkie, go ahead and make a pitch on why you think that that shouldn't be done. And let me just say this. I'm never automatic for things like this. I consider family, I consider children, I consider things like this, but if somebody were on probation that picked up a suspended license, they didn't realize they paid a ticket, probably not keep them in, depending on what the underlying charge is. Something like this, though, where he's already on probation for DUI, his license is suspended for DUI, and he goes out again, and let me just read a quote here. Defendant stated he was heading home from Coconut Creek, from Coral Springs. Stated he consumed 3 beers and a shot of Fireball. I don't know what Fireball is, but
Whiskey judge.
yeah, I'm not sure. But this is somebody who's on DUI probation, and let me just say, I was driving my cousin home. He began yelling at me. Okay, so I read this. Okay, so a 16-ounce Miller Highlight bottle was recovered from the center console. The bottle was 3/4 full, still cold to the touch. So that was, I'm not sure what time of the morning that was. He was arrested at 2:15 in the morning, so I'm not quite sure. Could have been right around midnight. So, is there anything you want to say?
Yes, Judge. Besides, obviously, from the court's leniency, I'd like to, a couple more points is, as Mr. Mass knows, there are more than one people, actually directly 3 people that rely on him and his financial support. His newly born daughter, his girlfriend, wife-to-be, eventually, the elderly gentleman, whom he is a home caregiver. But personally having known, not being a character witness or anything, but personally having known Mr. Mast, this is a genuinely momentary lapse of judgment, and he probably has a really bad habit of getting caught, and that does not in any way, shape, or form condone his, but this is not it's obviously a repeating occurrence, and he needs help. All right, that's a given. But this isolated incident here, and from the ramifications of withholding his bond, would shatter his life and the people around him. Anything that Your Honor could find, even above and beyond, in the totality of the circumstances, I know my client standing right there would do anything.
Judge on the underlying.
Judge Solomon, Your Honor.
Sure. I could revoke it today, hold him in, or I could let him bond out and let Judge Solomon deal with it.
I think your inclination is correct to revoke and hold him in because of his prior DUIs.
I mean, I gotta tell you, I think it's just,
The one in New York was, outside, and he scored the minimum guidelines in the second one. And this drank once, nailed once, and he's just right now putting himself at the mercy of the court.
it's hard to me believe.
Counseling, Judge, anything?
No, I'm not worried about count. I'm worried about him killing himself or killing someone else right now. That's my number one thing. I mean, he's drinking Fireball and shots, and he's got beer in the car. He's on DUI probation. I mean, you know, he's got a wife and a baby at home, and he's out. I mean, I just think it's not that you can't be out with the wife, but I mean the whole totality of it. You know, I'm trying to figure out how serious he is about this whole matter. But that being said,
Serious about being so everybody needs help.
I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna set count 2 at 5,000, count 3 at 1,000, and I'm gonna put him on pretrial release with an ankle monitor. He's gonna have GPS monitor. That'll be level 2, and I'm gonna leave the revocation up to his judge. He can
Thank
put
you
that
very
on.
much, Your Honor. Thank you very much.
So I mitigated based on, go ahead. Yeah, but how, is that much more expensive than the way it costs? I'll do that. I'm gonna put the monitor, ensure he doesn't drink on him. One on each leg?
With his house arrest.
Okay, we'll do that. I've never done it before, but,
That's works
Okay.
at a home.
What one, I know we're not in any position to ask for anything, but Your Honor, given the concerns of his job, it's pretty much a live-in back and forth between the child and the elderly gentleman. Can we stipulate?
he's allowed to work.
He can work?
He can work.
Oh, okay, so
It's at a home.
this is a device from which determines whether he takes any alcohol. Okay,
Right.
I'm familiar with it.
Okay, so,
Yes, we do.
Yes, sir.
I don't, does he have a driving, he doesn't have driving privilege.
I know.
No,
I have
no,
to take
So,
him.
sir, you're not allowed to operate a motor vehicle under any circumstance while you're out on release. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and you're not allowed to consume any alcoholic beverages while you're out on release. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so, you know, he may get a violation of probation from his judge. You know, that judge could violate it, but I'm not gonna do it today. I mitigated it, based on what I heard from the mother of his child, and, you know, I mean, I just, I'll let it go to the next judge.
Thank you very much, Your Honor.
Oh, yeah, he's gonna,
I'll chastise.
yeah, well, you don't have chest, I'm just worried about the safety of the player. If he doesn't learn, he can't drive when he's got a suspension like that. But we've got an ankle monitor on him, and we have a monitor on his other, he's got 2 legs with monitors now. So if that doesn't stop it, I don't know what does. All right?
How long is it?
Thank you.
Doesn't matter. Thank you very much.
Okay. Hey there. You just handle this. Come on up, sir. I don't know who.
It's on the second look docket. Villain. Villain Joseph. I believe she's at the Paul Ryan facility.
Is it a felony or misdemeanor?
Misdemeanor trespass.
Okay, you can tell us? No, Blaine Joseph. Okay, where's Blaine Joseph?
She's at the Paul Ryan facility, I believe.
Blaine Joseph.
Dylan Joseph?
Sir, do you swear or affirm to translate from English to Creole to English truthfully to the best of your ability?
I do. Steve Bridges, certified court interpreter.
Hello, Miss Joseph.
Madame Joseph?
Yes,
Ma'am, you've been charged with trespassing.
Mesdames, je ne compte pas supposé.
You've been in jail a few days now.
c'est
Ça fait quelque temps que vous fermez, on va voir.
Why haven't you bonded yourself out of the jail?
Et pour qui ça va payer l'argent à maman pour sortir?
Mbakone, non?
I didn't know.
Okay,
Mbakone mwen je swam la mbakone pou ki rezon.
I don't know because God only knows why I'm in there.
ma'am, I can offer you a way to resolve your case today.
Jodi a nou ka offre une façon pour capable résoudre ka la jodi a.
If you want to plead guilty,
Si vous voulez plaider pour dire coupable,
case is over with and you're out of jail and that's the end of it and you don't need to come back.
eh bien déclaration ça va faire et puis la permettre de sortir dans prison contrôlée et puis pas besoin de faire rien encore.
You don't have to do
Oui.
that.
Mais ou pas obligé de faire ça, non?
You could
Mais-
wait and have a day, your day in court. You could have a trial to determine whether you actually committed this crime.
Sauf le doit attendre jusqu'à ce que bon date pour venir dans le tribunal là, laisse ça va venir pour capable non procès.
What would you like to do? Would you like to end your case today and just plead guilty and that's it?
Qui sont t'as aimé faire? Ou t'as aimé dire qu'on coupable et puis nous finir avec ça aujourd'hui?
Je vais aller là, quand moi, parce que je ne sais pas pour quelle raison, là.
I want to go home, Your Honor, because I don't know the reason why I'm here.
Okay, now, let me see. I don't know her address. Hold on, let me see. Do you have her file in your second?
Yeah.
Does it have an address? You don't have to read it to me, but does the working report have an address on it?
Attendez, est-ce que vous avez une adresse dans le rapport pour la police qui est là? Est-ce que vous avez une adresse qu'on gagne?
I may just let her go and let her come back to court. Okay, ma'am, do you still live on 21st Street in do you still live on 21st Street?
Madame, est-ce que vous toujours habitez dans l'adresse qui est dans 21e Street là?
Oui, non, 21.
Yes, Your Honor, on the 21st.
Is that in Fort Lauderdale?
Côté ça, c'est dans Fort Lauderdale lié?
L'Odein.
Lauderdale.
Yeah, we need to change your address to Lauderhill. Can we do that? It says Lauderdale when it should be Lauderhill. She's not going to get her mail. Lauderdale Lakes. Okay, ma'am, I'm going to release you from jail today.
Ok, madame, la blague aujourd'hui, elle a sorti dans prison.
Ma'am,
Okay, thank you.
When you get out, contact the clerk of the court and let them know that your address is incorrect on this case.
Immédiatement que vous faites la guerre, c'est pour essayer de faire contact avec le tribunal pour faire connaître l'adresse que vous gagnez dans le papier, il pas bon adresse, ou pas bon adresse que vous gagnez.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay,
Merci.
merci.
Yes, ma'am.
Merci.
Yes, ma'am.
Does that
I'm going to
conclude?
make another announcement. I'm not quite sure if we have any other Creole.
Est-ce que il y a un détenu là, haïtien qui parle créole qui a besoin d'interprète? Non. Est-ce qu'il y a quelqu'un qui parle créole là qui a besoin d'interprète?
Okay.
I
I
guess
think
it's
that's
no.
enough. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. Let me call. Where's Steve Sinclair? May I see Mr. Sinclair? Steve Sinclair. Steve Sinclair, please step forward. Ma'am, you want to just step right up there?
Ma'am.
Ma'am, raise your right hand for me. Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Okay, put your hand out. Tell me your name.
It's Sasha Gay Robinson.
Okay, Miss Robinson. How do you know Mr. Sinclair?
He's my husband.
Okay. Where's Mr. Sinclair? Do we have Steve Sinclair? Main Jail? May I see one of the deputies at Main Jail, please?
He's right there.
Where, is he up there?
Yes, he is.
Okay,
How can we help you, Judge?
we need Steve Sinclair.
Well, he's right here.
I needed an invitation.
All right, well, there we go. All right, so you've been charged with contempt of court, violating an injunction, and speeding. And the court finds probable cause. We have Miss Robinson here. You're the wife, am I correct, ma'am? Okay, you're under oath. And, ma'am, the allegation here is that, okay. Who has do you have the injunction on him?
Yes.
You do? Okay. And, how long has it been in effect?
Probably about 3 weeks. But it's been submitted for.
You have to speak louder.
I submitted one today for I guess to close it.
To have it dropped?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, and let me ask you, why do you want to have it dropped?
Because it's interfering with him picking up my son. We have a child together, so it's interfering with.
How old is the child?
He's 3.
Is he a good father to the child?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you feel that you're in fear of him any longer? No? Does he have a history of domestic violence? I mean, has he been arrested for that before? No? All right. Does he, he was arrested, they said he had a gun with him. Does that make you nervous, the fact that they arrested him with a gun?
No, he had one.
He had a permit, I believe, right? Okay. Do you think that if I let him out of jail, he's going to harm you or harm your child?
No.
Did anybody force you or threaten you to come to court today?
No.
No? Okay.
Judge, just so you know, the PC says this license was suspended.
I understand. Yes, sir. Permit. Do you think, okay. So if I let him out of jail, you know him better than I do. You feel pretty confident that he's not going to harm you or the child?
Yep.
And the reason that you've gone to the judge to ask the judge to get rid of the injunction is because it would help facilitate the pickup and drop off of the child?
No, I got the injunction because we had a little dispute,
Okay,
and I felt like I just didn't want him around me anymore.
okay.
But so far, I mean, he hasn't done anything physically.
What does he do for work?
He works at Home Depot.
Okay. All right, how long has he been there?
Probably 5 years, 6
5
years.
years? Okay. So if I let him out of jail today and just tell him to comply with the injunction, you feel that's okay?
Yes.
Do you think I need to give him a bond?
No.
Okay. All right. I'm going to release him on his own recognizance, all right?
Thank you, Judge.
Sir. Sir, you have to continue to comply with the injunction until you hear otherwise, all right? Thank you. You have to continue to comply with the injunction, to stay away until a judge tells you that's okay, all right? Okay? Excuse me. Okay. Now, let's call Jeffrey Colley.
Main jail.
Come on, Mr. Collins.
Hi, good afternoon, Mr. Colley.
Good afternoon.
Sir, you've been charged with a very serious crime. I want to advise you of your rights right now. You have the right to remain silent. You are not expected or required to make any comments or any statements about your arrest or what led up to you being arrested. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Do you understand you're entitled to have an attorney with you at all times before you answer or make any statements? And you can consult with your attorney? Do you understand that?
Yes.
Do you understand, Mr. Colley, that it is not in your best interest today to say anything about your arrest? You should allow the attorney next to you to speak on your behalf. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Now, do you have a private attorney?
No.
Okay, and so today I assume, Mr. Miller, you're going to be representing him? All right. Now,
Judge, I believe so. He has filled out an application. At this time, we would invoke his right to remain silent and ask that all law enforcement coordinate any conversations with my client through my office.
I understand. Mr. Colley, you've been charged with murder without premeditation, and the court finds probable cause it's alleged you used a handgun to commit a murder in Dania on September 7th. Now, let me ask the state. State, are you seeking to hold him without bond at this time?
Yes, sir.
You want to make a proffer as to the facts which you think constitute proof, evident, presumption, great?
Judge,
And you go ahead and put your name on the record.
Mike Jones for the State Attorney's Office. Apparently on Monday, September 7th at about 7 p.m. in the afternoon at the Winn-Dixie store located in Dania Beach, the defendant approached a victim by the name of Eliher Lanza and produced a firearm and at close range shot the victim in the chest with the gun. There is allegedly surveillance video from the Winn-Dixie store showing what happened and refuting the defendant's testimony to the police about how the victim was trying to get away.
Okay. All right. Anything else?
According to the defendant, this was a dispute about his truck being hit, and that the defendant followed the victim into from the one store to another. What was the name of the first store?
Dollar.
Yeah, the dollar store, and then into the Winn-Dixie. But as I previously stated, the surveillance video, which was viewed by the police, seems to contradict the defendant's minimizations of his involvement, and it seems to be that the defendant was the aggressor in this situation.
Okay. Anything from the defense regarding whether or not there's proof evident presumption grade level of proof today?
Judge, we're going to
Your Honor,
reserve.
we're going to reserve argument for future date, Your Honor.
Okay.
Judge, but we're still going to ask if the court is inclined to find proof evident presumption grade to exercise discretion in setting a bond.
Okay, sir, today the court will find that there is proof evident presumption grade that you did affect the death of Mr. Lanza without premeditation, using a firearm at the Winn-Dixie store in Dania. This court finding there's proof evident presumption grade today will order you be held without bond pursuant to the case State of Florida versus Preston. This court will not use any discretion. This court believes it does not have discretion on cases like this at first appearance pursuant to the Preston case to give you a bond at first appearance, and your only manner of recourse is to have an Arthur hearing before your trial judge. That being said, you're going to be held without bond until further order of the court. Thank you. Mr. Let me see here. We have a case,
I do, Your Honor. We have one from the morning that was reset because there was no
George
paperwork.
Montgomery?
The name is actually Robert, I think it's
Montgomery.
Robert Thomas, on page
Oh, is
9 of your afternoon docket, page 9.
Robert Thomas, please.
Okay, here, it's right here. All right, fine.
It looks like we have 3 municipal ordinance counts that don't have a number or case number on the first count, but we do on the second 2.
We have,
I think he's at North Broward, Judge.
North Broward, do you have Robert Thomas?
Thank you, Dale.
Yeah. Let me hold on to this. Sorry.
Your Honor.
Yes, sir.
He's a medical reset. You might want to reset him for a few days. It's a medical problem.
Okay, got it.
He's in an ISO cell.
I'm going to set count 1 at $100, just knowing his history. And so I'm going to appoint Mr. McLaurin. I'm very aware. Mr. Thomas, he's, I know he's indigent. I'm going to appoint Mr. McLaurin. I'll reset this for Friday PM. How's
And you
that?
would put him, or I apologize, appoint Mr. McLaurin on the 2 case numbers that they show on counts 2 and 3, Your Honor?
Correct.
Okay. I'll give
Now,
you
what I'll do is I'll reset this for Friday afternoon,
Friday PM.
and then we'll see where we are at that time.
I will provide the court with the orders. Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
What about count 1? It does not have a case number. How do we work that?
Sorry. Okay. Now, may I see Lakeisha McKenzie? Do we have Miss McKenzie over there?
That's the ERU case.
Paul Ryan, Your Honor.
Hi, Miss McKenzie.
Hello, Mr. Hartley.
Ma'am, you're here today on a 30-day motion. If the state hasn't filed a formal charge on you, you're entitled to be released, but you're also being held on an open felony right now on another case that was revoked. Do you remember that?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
I don't know, no. No, I don't remember, sir.
You don't?
No, sir.
I think you have 2 open felonies, am I correct? Does it look like she has 2 open felonies? What's the case number on the other one? Ma'am, may I help you? Can I help you with something? Do you have a case on the docket?
No, she's with me.
Oh, okay, sorry about that.
That's right.
Okay.
She's with the family.
It's trying to be helpful. All right, let me, do you know, what's the case number you have there on her? I wrote it down. I said open.
15-7017 CF.
Okay.
It's a possession of cocaine case.
I remember, sir.
Okay,
She remembers now.
is that open now? Okay, let me ask, Mr. Afzal, do you want to go ahead and have us granted, or do you think we should hold back on it? What do you think?
It's up to, is it a filed case?
I don't know. Can you tell, is it filed? The other one are revoked?
No,
It's not filed?
I don't think so, Your Honor. It looks like it says file order granting for principal. Let me see if they granted it.
She was our,
Okay, so I'm gonna release you on your own recognizance, ma'am. I'm gonna order you to
Okay,
pre-trial
thank you.
release though tomorrow.
Yeah.
You have to be a pre-trial release in downtown Fort Lauderdale. You need to be there between 8 and noon time. You're gonna get drug tested, and you're gonna have you're gonna be drug tested every week. If you backslide back into any drugs, you'll be rearrested and put back in jail, all right?
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hey. Okay. Now, Mr. Shade, we're ready to go on your cases?
Yes, Judge, who do we have first? George Montgomery?
George Montgomery. Mr. George Montgomery.
Judge, that's a medical reset.
He's in here earlier. All right.
Yeah, he was in pretty bad shape.
Was he? I'm going to go ahead and set his bond today at $250. He's a regular. I mean, no offense to Mr. Montgomery, but he's in here about every week or two. I think you've been appointed several times.
Covered. Yeah, I recognize the name.
I'm going to set him at $250, and I'm going to appoint Mr. Shate to represent him. And Mr. Shate, I'd like to reset this for Friday in the afternoon just to see how Mr. Montgomery's doing, all right?
Okay, no problem.
Friday PM on Mr. Montgomery. And there you go. Okay, Oscar Barahona. Oscar Barahona. Excuse me?
Conti?
Oh, maybe Spanish. Is it?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, Spanish.
Can you tell him to sit down? We'll call him in a minute.
Okay, yes, sir.
You know what, Mr. Shade? I'm gonna go ahead and
hey, chicken.
we're all open containers of alcohol. He lives at the homeless shelter. Just soon resolve them all today.
That's fine.
You have somewhere to go for?
Sure,
You wanna
sure.
Can
I'll
you
come-
hang out here for?
Yeah, I'll come back. Do we have Tony and Neil? Is he, we're gonna do him too or not? And there's also Jeffrey Macado or Maciedo. I'm not sure if.
Okay, I don't have those.
One's Hollywood, one is
I don't
Jeffrey.
have those.
Okay.
So I don't know, but if you could just hang out, we'll go
Right, no
ahead
problem.
and put you on Barahona, all right?
Okay.
Okay, may I see Christine Connor follow, okay?
Main Jam.
Ms. Connor, you're charged with a domestic battery. What finds probable cause? Are there any priors on Ms. Connor? Ms. Connor has no criminal record. Sir, did you have any contact with the alleged? There was no contact there. No contact? Mr. Miller, is there something you want to say on behalf of Ms. Connor?
Yes, there is, Judge. Ms. Connor is a 47-year resident of South Florida. She's been at her current address for the past 2 years. She currently works at Miami Children's Hospital. She's in charge of physician practices there. She's also a 25-year veteran of the South Miami Police Department Reserves. She's has strong family ties. She does have some money in the bank and does own her own home. And she does have a place to stay separate from the alleged victim in this case. She'll be asking her family to bond her out. We'll be asking for release on recognizance.
Okay. Ma'am, remind me again, where do you work? What's the first thing you told me, Mr. Miller?
South Miami Hospitals.
Okay.
Nope, Miami
I'm sorry,
Children's Hospital.
Miami Children's Hospital, my mistake.
What's her position there again?
I'm a director of a physician revenue cycle.
Okay. All right.
Sorry about that.
Still swelling in Raphael's right eye, bleeding on his feet. Okay. Allegedly punched a man in the face. He fell to the ground, began to kick him in the back. He had a cut under his eye, swelling under his eye. Okay. Ma'am, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to set your bond today just based on the level of violence. Court's concerned for the safety of the alleged victim at $3,500 and order that you have no contact with Raphael Bazan. Do not have any contact with him directly or indirectly. Stay 500 feet from him at all times. That's where he lives, works, goes to school, anywhere in between. And you're not allowed to possess any guns, any weapons, any firearms while you're on release. Thank you, ma'am.
Judge, the next person on your docket is Hoa Lu. It's Hoaluu. We're showing no paperwork. It is a domestic violence battery charge. My fear is that if we don't hear him today, he's going to have to spend the night in jail unnecessarily. Is there any way we can try to get his paperwork so that we can take care of him today?
Is he in the jail right there?
He is, Judge. He's here.
Okay, stand by.
No. Thank you.
Okay, we got the body, but we don't have the paperwork. Could you do that? Do you know the man's name? Okay, we'll work on
When they
it.
get paperwork, they also gotta get it in our office, so we can get a
We'll see.
probable cause.
We'll see where we are on it. All right. Okay. Now, you ready to go, sir? Ready to go? Yeah. Gotcha. Well, where's Shade? Is Shade out there? Hold on one moment. Okay.
Back on, Mr. Barahona.
Sir, you want to? Okay. Do you swear or affirm to translate from English to Spanish, Spanish to English truthfully and to the best of your ability? I do. Okay. You want to scoot over just a little bit? Right there at the mic. Right there. That's good.
Right here? Okay.
All right. Good afternoon, Mr. Barahona.
Buenas tardes, señor Bejarano.
Well. Sir, you're charged with 3 minor cases.
Señor, se le acusa de 3 contravenciones o casos menores.
They involve sleeping on city property and drinking in public.
Dormir en propiedad de la ciudad y tomar, intoxicarse en público.
Are you currently employed?
En este momento, ¿usted tiene empleo?
No.
Do you have money in the bank?
¿Tiene dinero en el banco?
No, no tengo dinero.
No, no money.
Do you have the money to hire your own attorney?
¿Tiene el dinero necesario para contratar su propio abogado?
No, tampoco no tengo.
No.
I have a free attorney here for you in my courtroom.
Tengo aquí un abogado público gratis acá en el tribunal.
He's a public defender.
Es defensor público.
Would you like me to have him help you today?
¿Quiere usted que lo asigne a él a que le ayude hoy?
Bueno, si te quiere, sí, porque dinero no tengo, pero si me saca, yo le puedo pagar. Si me da otra chance más, yo le puedo pagar.
Okay, if you want, because I have no money. If you give me a chance, I can pay you back later.
No. It's a free lawyer. It doesn't cost you anything.
No, no lo tiene que pagar. Es un abogado gratuito. No le cuesta nada.
Ah, bueno, pues está bien entonces.
All right, fine.
So, his name is Mr. Shade.
Señor, se llama el señor Shade.
Ah, bueno.
Okay. Mr. Shade, if you're client would like to plead no contest to these 3 charges, I would withhold adjudication, let him out of jail today, and that's the end of it.
Thank you, Judge. I also spoke with the city of Hollywood. That was their recommendation.
Sir, if you would like to plead no contest to all 3 cases, they'll be over with today, and you'll be out of jail today.
Señor, si usted se declara que no disputa los cargos, entonces desechamos los 3 casos hoy mismo y usted hoy mismo sale de la cárcel.
You'll have to pay a very
No,
small
por
fine.
eso sí, yo sé, porque yo estaba tomando, yo estaba lavando, entonces bueno, me fui a comprar una cervecita, entonces otra vez me quedé dormido como a las 4 de la mañana en un parquecito, que iba donde un amigo a recoger una silla, nomás me daba comida, porque yo no sé leer, no tengo trabajo.
This is a drinking in public case. All right, go ahead.
He says, I was drinking and I was doing laundry and I went to buy myself a little beer and I came back and I fell asleep on a bench at 4 in the morning and then I went to a friend and that's where he cut off.
Okay, I understand that.
Entiendo.
But I just want to know if you would like to resolve your case today, you plead guilty, the cases are over with today, and you leave jail today.
Lo único que quiere saber el juez es que si usted accede a declararse culpable de los casos, si usted se declara culpable de los cargos, entonces resolvemos el caso hoy y usted sale libre hoy mismo.
No, sí, claro que sí, yo me hago cargo porque es la verdad, sí.
Yeah, sure, because I'm fine with that because it's the truth.
Okay. Do you plead guilty to these 3 charges?
Muy bien, ¿usted se declara culpable de los 3 cargos?
Sí, claro, porque es cierto, estaba así tomando, yo me hago cargo porque sí es cierto.
Yes, of course, because it's true, I was drinking.
Okay, and you understand we're not going to have a trial and the case will be over with today.
Muy bien, entonces usted entiende que no vamos a realizar un juicio y el caso termina hoy mismo.
Ah, bueno, gracias.
Yes, thank you.
Okay.
Okay, I'm going to withhold adjudication. Good luck, sir. Thank you.
Vamos a emitir un fallo sin condena. Buena suerte.
I think that's a wrap.
That's it.
Thank you.
Is that it?
Maurice, you want to make an announcement, sir, before you leave?
He's present at the main, Judge. Your query.
¿Alguien más necesita traducción al español?
Okay. There you go. I didn't know if you knew. You know we have a monitor over there also.
Okay.
This is Maurice.
Mr. I think it's Jorquera.
Señor, ¿cuál es su nombre?
Mauricio Orcuera, o Jorquera en español.
Señor Jorquera.
Okay. Sir, you've been charged with domestic battery.
Se le acusa de violencia doméstica.
The court finds probable cause.
Y la corte considera que sí existe causa probable para los cargos.
Do we have any criminal record on this defendant? Okay, the defendant has no criminal record.
El acusado no tiene expediente penal.
There was no contact with the alleged victim.
No hubo ningún contacto con la supuesta víctima.
Sir, are you in the building industry?
Señor, ¿usted trabaja en construcción?
No, en una distribuidora de pisos y de molduras.
No, I work at a flooring and molding company.
Okay, how long have you lived down here in South Florida?
¿Cuánto tiempo ha residido usted en el sur de Florida?
5 años.
5 years.
Okay.
5 años y medio.
5.5 years.
Okay, and do you have any money in the bank?
¿Tiene usted dinero en el banco?
No suficiente para pagar un abogado.
Not enough to pay for an attorney.
Okay. Okay, sir. Sir, based on the alleged facts in the police report,
Con base en los datos que se alegan en el informe policial
based on the level of violence,
y el nivel de violencia que se alega,
the court will set your bond today at $3,500.
la corte ordena que su fianza sea de $3,500.
The court will order that you have no contact with Elizabeth Jorquera.
Y la corte ordena que usted se abstenga de contactar a Elizabeth Jorquera.
You must stay 500 feet from her at all times.
Debe permanecer usted a una distancia de 500 pies de ella en todo momento.
That is where she lives, where she works, goes to school.
No puede ir donde ella vive, no puede ir donde trabaja, ni tampoco donde estudia.
You are not allowed to possess any guns, any weapons, any firearms while you're out on release.
Y durante el tiempo de su fianza, usted no se le permitirá poseer ni operar ninguna arma de fuego.
Thank you, sir.
Gracias, señor.
¿Puedo decir algo?
I'm gonna make another announcement.
Sorry, sir.
No problem.
Es que yo tengo todas mis cosas ya, mi ropa de trabajo, mi carro para transportarme al trabajo, ¿cómo hago? Mi ropa.
All of my clothes for work, the car that I use to get to work, everything is at her house. How can I manage that?
Let me ask you, do you have any friends or family other than Elizabeth here in South Florida?
Permítame preguntarle, ¿usted tiene amigos o parientes acá en el sur de Florida, aparte de Elizabeth?
No, realmente no tengo.
Not really, no.
Well, then you can call the police.
En ese caso, puede usted llamar a la policía.
In that city where your car and your clothes are.
La policía de esa ciudad donde se encuentra su automóvil y su ropa.
You can ask them if they will go with you to pick up your car and your clothes.
Y les puede pedir que por favor vayan con usted para que usted recoja su automóvil y su ropa.
You can tell them that the judge told you to call them.
Y usted puede decirles a ellos que el juez le ordenó que lo hiciera.
They will go with you and help you, all right?
Ellos van a ir con usted y le van a ayudar.
¿Por cuánto tiempo es esto?
How long is this going to last?
Well, you'll go see another judge in about a month from now, and at that time, the next judge can talk to you about that.
Dentro de aproximadamente un mes, a usted le toca comparecer ante otro juez diferente y ese juez le va a decir a usted cuánto va a durar.
Thank you.
Okay.
Gracias.
Thank you.
I'm going to make an announcement.
Yeah, okay. ¿Alguien más necesita traducción al español?
Okay.
Apparently not.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Mr. Eric Kovacs. Eric Kovacs. Mr. Kovacs.
Major.
You've been charged with violating an injunction. The court finds probable cause. Right.
This one's mine, right?
Excuse me?
Yeah. He's on probation.
He's on probation for what?
Violation injunction.
And what's the,
Case number?
Yes.
154334 MM10.
1543 what?
154334 MM10A.
Okay. And he's on probation. I got it. Mr. Kovacs, I'm going to go ahead today. I'm going to set your bond at $2,500. I'm going to go ahead and order you be held without bond on 154334 MM10 on a violation of probation. Thank you, sir. Let me ask, was there any contact on that with the alleged victim?
There was no contact.
No? Okay, thanks.
He's not supposed to be there.
Mr. Kovacs, let me remind you, you're not allowed to have any contact with Sylvia Kovacs, directly or indirectly. You must stay 500 feet from her at all times.
Judge.
Yes, sir.
I don't even care about. Judge, it's my understanding that there is a custody order in effect that was signed by another judge. I would ask the court to allow him to comply with that, and so going forward.
Let me ask you this. If I reset this for tomorrow afternoon, could you get that order for me?
I can try.
Can we reset this matter for tomorrow afternoon?
It just depends on what's available to me through the regular Odyssey, Judge.
We'll roll it over for every day after that. I don't want to hold anyone in court in jail that doesn't belong in jail. And if he legitimately has a custody order, then I'll be willing to look at that, and then we'll back out of what we've done today, all right?
Yes,
I
Judge.
appreciate it. I haven't seen my daughter in 5 months.
Well, if there's a
Thank you,
custody
Judge.
order, then we'll work it out. Right?
Okay.
What about the order for the BOP?
I'll do that, and if they show me there's a custody order that he's allowed to visit his child, then I'll vacate it. So,
Okay, just, I'm gonna process the paperwork.
Reset it for tomorrow. Yes, ma'am. Okay. Bessie Amanda Hammond.
Judge,
Bonded.
You said Hammond, correct?
Are you Amanda Hammond?
Amanda Hammond?
Amanda Hammond.
Dana
I got
Campo.
a thing for
Crystal Thomas. Dana Campo and Crystal Thomas.
Campo is at North Broward, Judge.
North Broward Campos medical reset.
Set
Same
that-
thing. Judge, might be a couple days for that one also.
So let's set it for Friday PM. Friday PM on Dana Campo. How about,
Judge?
Yes.
May I call one out of order,
Sure.
please? It's the last one on the
Crystal
docket.
Thomas, Paul Ron, Your Honor.
Hold off on Crystal Thomas one moment. Go ahead, Mr. Miller.
Thank you, Judge. Derek Livingston's the last one on the docket. He's in a bit of pain and would like to be released so he can go to the nurse.
Okay. Say that again.
Mr. Livingston, last one on the docket.
I got it. Okay, did you have a special request? I didn't miss.
No, he's in a bit of pain. He would like to be
Okay,
released so he can
understand.
go to the nurse.
So you've been charged with failing to stop at an accident involving a non-serious injury, leaving the scene of the crash on 2, 3, 4, 5. Count 6 is reckless driving, 7 fleeing and eluding, 8 is attaching a plate not assigned, 9 operating them without a driver's license, 10 license suspended, 11 grand theft auto, 12 resisting arrest. I look here. He doesn't have a driver's license, but he has an ID card. And the ID card is currently revoked for being a habitual traffic offender, failing to pay tickets, reckless driving, fleeing and eluding the police on multiple occasions, careless driving. All right. Does he have any money in the bank? Mr. Miller?
Judge, I didn't get a chance to talk to Mr. Livingston.
Livingston, do you have any money in the bank?
No, sir.
Okay, how long have you lived down here in South Florida?
All my life.
Who's gonna bond you out today, sir?
Huh?
Who's gonna bond you out today?
Who's gonna bomb me out?
Yes, sir.
Nobody, I guess.
Okay, so I'm gonna set your bond on count 1 at $2,500. Count 2, 3, 4, 5 are gonna be $100. Count 6, $2,500. And count 7, I'm gonna set that bond at $2,500. Count 8 will be $25. 9, 25, 10, 750. 11, grand theft auto, 1,000, 12, 100. It's not only based on the facts of the case, but your driving record, which shows fleeing and eluding in the past, and reckless driving in the past, and the fact you have no driver's license. Thank you. Crystal Thomas.
Come on, take it.
Sit down, I'll do the math for you.
Ms. Thomas, man, petty theft, count 1. That's $25. No driver's license, 2. Open container, 3. Expired registration, 4. Count 5, violating probation. No bond.
Judge, I actually have an argument.
Go ahead.
Mr. Ostall was kind enough to allow me to make this argument for her.
Go
Counts
ahead.
1 through 4, there's no probable cause. The police officer did not identify Miss Thomas as the sole occupant of the vehicle, nor did he identify her as the driver of the vehicle. There's nothing in this probable cause affidavit that would indicate she had command and control over anything in that vehicle or on that vehicle or the vehicle itself. So I would argue, Judge, there is no probable cause on counts 1 through 4.
I got it. It says here that they observed the vehicle parked in the roadway, defendant exiting the vehicle. Okay, so it doesn't say where, from which door. When you look here, make contact with the defendant. She did not have a driver's license, never had one. During my inventory of the vehicle, I located 1 pint of New Amsterdam vodka. Right, it doesn't say she was driving. Okay. But she does have a,
Crystal Thomas is not even up. Where is she?
Paul Rye.
There's nobody there.
You still need Crystal Thomas?
Yes.
Doing it right now.
Okay. Ma'am, on count 1, 2, and on count 1 through 4, I'm going to release Miss Thomas ROR. She's only going to, I find no PC on 1 through 4. Okay, Michael Anderson. Michael Anderson?
Judge,
Yes, sir.
it count 5 violation of probation. Is that a warrant or is
That's
that
a
a result
warrant.
of the
That's
new
a
arrest?
signed warrant.
Thank you, Judge.
Okay.
This is Mr. Anderson.
Mr. Anderson, DUI with an enhanced breath reading. Point 169, 161. Count 1 DUI, 2 DUI, and enhanced breath reading. I'm looking here. I don't see any prior DUIs for the defendant. Got a valid DL. Okay. Lives in Miami Gardens. Am I correct, sir? 200th Street, Miami Gardens?
Yes, sir.
Okay. What do you do for work?
Judge, Mr. Anderson works at 4D Construction. He's been in South Florida since 1991. He's got 3 kids, strong family ties. He does own his own home, and he'll be bonding himself out.
Okay, sir. So based on the level of intoxication, the facts of the case, the court's going to set your bond on count 1 at 500, 2 at 1,000, 3 at 1,000. Also, there was a crash. Thank you, sir. You only have 10 days to get a temporary driving permit. Thank you. Sir, which case are you here?
Good luck.
Colorado. Yes. Elizabeth what? Todd?
He's saying it's,
I was here yesterday, it was reset. I thought it was reset for this afternoon. They said she's in the facility, but she's not on the docket, so I'm not sure.
Well, do we have Elizabeth Todd? I don't see her on the docket. Does anybody else?
I have the paperwork, but I don't, from the reset, it's just a reset from yesterday. I guess
What's she charged with?
domestic violence battery.
And what, she was reset, they didn't set a bond on her or anything? Do we know when she's, well, she's not on this docket, do we know which docket she's on?
It should be reset, as far as, I guess because the clerks were closed yesterday, so they probably didn't reset it. It's a domestic violence case, it was reset. But they didn't set it for
We're gonna take about
yesterday.
a 1-minute break and try to figure something out here.
I don't know how that works.
Okay, Andres Colorado, followed by Luke Carmichael and Carlos Gonzalez. Line up if I called out your name. Colorado,
Carlos Gonzalez.
Carmichael, and Gonzalez. Line up, please.
Judge, this is Mr. Colorado.
Sir, DUI, first offense, speeding, a couple traffic tickets. I'm looking here. Offense probable cause, 70 miles per hour and a 40 mile per hour zone. Got it. Okay, hold on one moment. I'm looking here. Okay. Now, Colorado, how long have you lived down here in South Florida?
Judge, Mr. Colorado has been living here for 15 years. He's got a job at Quest Health. He's in an insurance licensing program. He's working to becoming a licensed insurance broker. He has strong family ties, no money in the bank or real estate.
I'm
He'll
going
be asking you.
to release you on your own recognizance, Colorado, but you're not allowed to consume any alcoholic beverages while you're on release. Do you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
You only have 10 days to get a temporary driving permit. Thank you. Luke
Thank you,
Carmichael. Luke Carmichael.
Good luck. Thank you.
Luke Carmichael.
Hey, Jay Carmichael. Judge, can I put him on recall, please? He's here. They're just going to get him.
Got it. I see Carlos
We're gonna go
Gonzalez.
get it.
He is present, Judge, requesting a mental health screen for Mr. Gonzalez.
No, I don't need a mental health screen. I don't need no mental health screen, Your Honor.
I understand, sir. So you've been
Hello.
charged with
Hello.
charged with trespassing. Charged
Yes,
with,
Your Honor.
Wait. You're charged with trespassing. Okay? Got it. How you doing, Mr. Miller?
I'd like to resolve this, sir.
Is it a medical report?
Okay. Now, do we have any priors on Mr. Gonzalez? I know, I believe he's been in here recently.
We pled out a petty theft from August 5th of this year.
Got it?
Another criminal mischief from May of this year. 2014 had a date, petty theft. Date, possession of cannabis. We had a burglary conveyance on occupied 2012. They had a resisting without violence, 2011 at a date, disorderly conduct, 2011.
Okay.
He was trespassed the day before from the same gas station.
Was he?
There's no trespassing charge, Your Honor.
I know.
At all.
No.
They won't accept my credit card. I
Right.
keep going back to get hot water and coffee. They keep harassing me, and it's the sheriff. That's it. That's the only gas is in town. I live at a half house. The lady takes out a knife on me. The one that works there doesn't want to pay my money for my disability account. And I'm here for no reason. I'm here to resolve, or whatever the case may be.
I'm going to send this over to
And
Judge Lerner Wren. I'm going to set your bond at $100, sir. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Sir.
Judge, Mr. Carmichael is a medical reset, I've been informed.
Okay, Luke Carmichael, I'm going to reset for Wednesday in the PM.
Rudy Dorsey. Rudy Dorsey.
Rudy Dorsey. Hey, Mr.
Main
Dorsey,
jail.
you've been charged with a possession of PVP. Court finds probable cause. Are there any priors on Mr. Rudy Dorsey? Mr. Dorsey, are you currently employed?
No, sir.
How
I had
long,
an interview today.
how long have you been down here in South Florida, Mr. Dorsey?
6 months, sir.
How are you feeling today? Do you understand what we're doing?
Yes. I would like to get this out of the way so I can, leave. So I have a lot to do. I have an interview. I have things to take care of.
Do you still live down at Covenant House?
Yeah. I still stay there.
How long ago did you stay there last?
For like 2 months.
Okay, go ahead.
I have like.
Do you have any money to bond out with, sir?
No, sir.
Sir,
I was wondering if.
Based on your criminal record, the facts of the case, I'm going to set your bond at $1,000. Now, let me ask you, when you get out of jail, where are you going to live?
I'm gonna stay with my peoples in Pompano.
Do you want me to put you in the drug program? If you don't make bond, do you want me to put you in there? You may be in there a while. Would you like to get help with the drug problem?
Nah.
Okay.
I would, but I can get it up by myself.
Got it. Okay, your bond's $1,000. Thank you, sir. How about Aaron Hammond?
Judge, I appreciate it, man.
Mr. Hammond, you're charged with 3 burglaries of a dwelling. Said they're occupied, 3 occupied burglaries. Go ahead.
Judge, it should be one count, one house. occupied by 3 people, it's still one house.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you're right about that, right? Yeah, isn't that right, Mr. Jones? I mean, somebody burglarized a house with 4 people, it's not 4 burglaries, it's just one, right?
Right.
Right, so, all right. I'm gonna find no PC for 2 and 3. ROR 2 and 3. Now, count 1, the court's going to find probable cause for an occupied burglary. Do we have any priors on Mr. Hammond?
He had a 2013 loitering. And the prior.
That's it. Mr. Miller, anything you'd like to say on behalf of this gentleman?
Judge, Mr. Hammond has been living in South Florida for 16 years. He works at AMC movie theaters as a full-time bartender. Strong family ties. He does have some money in the bank. He does not own any real estate. He'll be asking his family and his girlfriend to bond him out.
Okay. It says here, Liz Romero, returning home, she observed this defendant run out of the front door of her home. Her husband and their 2 children were in the home sleeping. Hammond was detained a short distance later. Show-up was conducted, positively identified him. She said he was the man fleeing. Hammond admitted to entering the residence after finding the door open.
He had a prior, Your Honor. In 2009, he had a voyeurism. 2009.
Voyeurism?
Yes, Your Honor.
Where was that out of?
Broward.
Broward?
Yes, Your Honor.
Says she does not know Hammond, did not give him permission to come in the house. So now I find out, Mr. Hammond, you not only went in a house where there was a man and a couple of kids sleeping, you have a prior voyeurism and a prior loitering out of Broward County. I'm very concerned about the safety of the community, the safety of the people in the house. Court's going to set your bond on count 1 at $25,000, and the court's going to order you have no contact with Henry Torres Pera or anyone in their family, and you must stay 500 feet from them at all times. Thank you. Okay. Now,
The only thing I have left is Robert Thomas.
Oh, that's an M.
Judge Robert Thomas is a medical reset.
Yeah.
There was paperwork. Cover paperwork.
Steve, do you have 30-day, do you know which ones can be ROR'd on the 30-day list?
The only person I have is to be filed is Justin Swain.
That's the only one filed.
Yeah, there is one. Could you put this on my desk?
Yes, you, Justin Swain.
Thank you.
Justin Swain.
Judge, are we going to give up on Mr. Liu, reset him for tomorrow?
Yes.
Can we go ahead and order a Vietnamese translator for him?
What do we stop? Do we have Lou this afternoon? Do you have any resets this morning?
No, that one just says no paperwork.
Okay, yeah, we're gonna do them tomorrow, but what is he gonna come on the morning docket? Are we put Vietnamese? Okay, good. How about, where is Justin Swain?
No, they're going to bring him back tomorrow.
Thank you.
Okay.
I just have one.
Who's that, Mr. Miller?
Jerry Metellus, Judge. To second look, misdemeanor petty theft. He's currently county sentenced on a VOP. He's advising me that that sentence is up in the middle of this month, and he's looking to resolve this petty theft if he can.
All right, Mr. Metellus, if you want to plead no contest to the petty theft, which is case 15-009-099-ML10, the court will withhold adjudication today. You're not convicted of it, but the case will be over with, and you'll just finish out your sentence on your felony case. You want to do that?
Okay. Yes.
All right, sir, do you understand by pleading no contest, you're not going to have a trial? The case will be over with today?
Yes.
Okay, how do you plead, sir?
No contest.
So you're not allowed to go back to Walmart, okay? That's the one.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you, Judge. We're clear at the main.
Thank you.
Judge, he's also on the ROR docket, too.
That's for the.
Oh, he's county sentence, okay.
That comes off, all right? Now.
I'm just concerned about these guys that get withheld on petty theft, where they come back and they've been stealing before.
Okay, so we'll take care of your tell us. How about, we did Villain Joseph, Ahmad Karam. Ahmad Karam.
Is this a, what's this one? What's this? Just a second look, right?
Misdemeanor.
Oh, misdemeanor, okay. Is anybody left?
Paul Ryan, North Broward. Conti.
Ahmad Karam. He's here for petty theft.
There's nobody there.
Supposed to be in North Broward.
He's been in 36 days. There's got to be something else holding him, all right? Let's reset. Can we reset Quran for tomorrow?
Yes.
Thank you. Tomorrow p.m. Okay. All right. Is it? Yeah. Well, I'll just reset for tomorrow. Yeah, we'll do that. Okay, so let's go through the docket here. Hattie Jackson. Hattie Jackson.
I'll be out of here in a minute.
That's a motion for RR. That's not filed, right?
It's not filed. You're welcome. I don't see anybody up.
Like the judge else is in RR. They'll know when they're getting out.
Nobody's,
Is anybody else RR?
the only person, everybody else looks like not filed except Justin Swain.
We already took care of this.
Okay.
Right, everybody else?
Okay.
I got Haley Jackson, ROR, Anthony Boykins, ROR, Paul Hallman, ROR, Lakeisha McKenzie, ROR, Jennifer Davis, ROR, Michael Roberts, ROR, and John Bird, ROR.
Mackenzie actually went to free from.
Oh, but that's what, yeah.
Hallman ROR, Boykins ROR, and Bird ROR.
Yes,
How about Jordan Pinkney?
It's a second look.
it's a second look, it's not mine.
Thomas Wareham and Ivan. Where's Jordan Pinkney? You want our oral list?
Is anybody on the docket?
Do we have Jordan Pinkney?
Where on the docket do you have ROR? He was just arrested.
Okay. That's not an R order, that's a second look. Wait. No, it is. No. No, it is. Wait, you're right, it is. I'm sorry. So I'm going to send that to the Pinckney to the division, all right? I'm not going to bring it back through. How about Thomas Wareham? I'm going to send that to the division also.
Okay, hold on, please.
Ivan Torrente?
Yeah, we can have them reset for tomorrow. It's just
No, I know, but I'm not, I know what those cases are about. The heroin, the PVP, I'm going to send them to their division. How about Ivan Torrente? Ivan Torrente. There's nobody here.
Reset him for
Yeah,
tomorrow.
reset him for Wednesday
Right
PM.
Who's that?
This is Michael Roberts at Conti.
Michael Roberts.
ROR, isn't he?
Hold on. Yeah. Michael Roberts, we're going to release you on your own recognizance today, all right?
All right, thank you.
Yes, sir. All right.
For Ryan, Your Honor, has Jennifer Davis.
Where's Jennifer Davis? Jennifer Davis, you're going to be released on your own recognizance today, ma'am. Thank you.
Got multiple cases.
Have Bird also, Your Honor.
Bird, where's Bird?
John Bird.
Mr. Bird, you're going to be
Right
released.
answer.
You're going to be released on your own recognizance today. Thank you.
So what do we do with Justin Swain?
Denied, because that's the one filed.
Okay,
Denied.
so that's denied?
Yes.
Hattie Jackson's grant?
So Swain is granted, right?
Yes.
Okay, that's, how did you say Swain was denied? Yeah, Swain is denied. Case
Didn't you
was
say
filed.
that? Yeah.
Oh,
That's
boy.
the only one that was filed.
Swain was filed,
Yes.
right?
Right? Yeah.
That's it. That's it.
Yeah.
So Hattie Jackson, Paul Hellman, and Anthony Boykin can all be released, right?
Yes, Your Honor.
Here you go. Okay, now, I think that wrapped it up. So, sir, you're here for a woman that,
Elizabeth Todd.
so did we find out about Elizabeth Todd? She's medical reset. So can we reset her for, put her on tomorrow's docket? Can you do that?
Your Honor?
Yes, sir.
Because this is the fourth reset of this medical thing, so where, I know they're keeping her in North Broward, is she in the psychiatric ward, is she in a medical?
They tell me she's in medical, in the medical facility. I have no idea
There's no
why.
reason why they're holding her there?
Because apparently the doctors think that she's medically has some issue.
Okay.
That's a privacy matter that I'm not entitled to know about.
I'm sorry, Your Honor.
No, but I don't know why she's there. I've just been told that she's got a medical issue and that she can't come to court. That's all I know. All right?
So, I guess this is the third time I've come down.
Okay. Sorry about
reset-
that.
No, that's not why I'm saying that. She's my sister, but.
I'm gonna reset this for tomorrow afternoon at 1:30 and we'll see if she's medically
Like,
able
is
to.
there a point in time where I get a contact, because I'm taking off from my office. I got a contact that I can call and know that she's gonna be on your docket or not be on your docket?
Well,
Like
I
by
won't
like 12?
necessarily know if she doesn't get called up. When we call her name, if she comes, that's when I'm gonna know if she's here.
So there wouldn't be a docket already set for her tomorrow?
Let me explain this. We're gonna put her name on tomorrow's docket.
Okay,
I don't know whether she's gonna be able to come up yet,
okay.
okay? I'll know that when I call out her name tomorrow. Before that, I don't know.
But there's nobody that can contact whatever medical facility she's at to find
I
out
don't
why
think
she
anybody's
needs help?
gonna tell you her medical issues. I don't think anybody's gonna talk to you about it,
Okay.
okay? All right, sir. Thank you very much. That's it. We're out from 2:35. We'll see everyone back here tomorrow morning bright and early. Thank you.